Today in The Sims 4, we're going to be creating a build inside a literal storybook. I did something like this a long time ago on my channel and it ended up looking so pretty. And I've really been wanting to do a fantasy build lately. It's been like 2 weeks since my last one, so you know, we're due. But before we get started, this video is sponsored by Disney Speedstorm. Inspired by Disney and Pixar worlds, Disney Speedstorm is the ultimate hero-based combat racing game with high-speed circuits and competitive yet fun and accessible gameplay. And Disney Speedstorm just released Season 5 on November 30th, which features brand new racers inspired by Frozen. Plus, this Let It Go season brings brand new customization items and a brand new racetrack environment inspired by Arendelle. And this game is already been launched as free-to-play in September. So with the free-to-play title, anyone can download the game for free on PC or console. Frozen holds a special place in my heart, and my favorite is Olaf. So I was obviously thrilled when I found out you could play with him as a racer in the game. But of course, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Hans are there too. There are also 4 different racer classes, including Speedster, Trickster, Brawler, and Defender, so you can switch it up depending on your playstyle. Disney Speedstorm is suitable for both single and multiplayer, so you can play with your friends. And you can download the game for free using PC or console to start racing with some of your favorite Disney and Pixar characters. The link to download will be down in the description below, and thank you so much to Disney Speedstorm for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. This is what I mean by building inside of a storybook. We are going to be building our house on top of this, which I'm going to show you how I made this in a second. This is the build that I made last time. Like I said, so pretty, so magical, but we did run into a couple issues with these platforms here. Sometimes Sims would have trouble like getting up there properly, so I need to make sure today that Sims can get up there and it's gonna work. Okay, so how we get the actual storybook look. The first thing I'm gonna do is take a flat square flooring piece. We're gonna place that down and we're gonna make this pretty big. The entire house and the storybook has to be on top of here. So for now, I think we're gonna go with like this size. We're gonna raise that up quite a bit. We'll add some wood on there for now, some foundation paint, and the actual book is going to be made with a bunch of half-gabled roof pieces. So we're gonna place one of those and we're gonna lower it as far as it'll go. And then I'm gonna grab hold of these little triangle adjusters and we're gonna pull those all the way out. I'm gonna grab hold of that and bring it all the way to the edge. And then I'm also gonna do the same thing here, like just grabbing hold of those, making it as big as I possibly can. And now holding onto the roof piece, we're gonna go Shift C on my keyboard, and that's gonna bring up some different kinds of adjusters so we can really play around with the curve. Then from there, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna place it directly on top, and then holding Alt on my keyboard, I'm gonna bring this arrow up a little bit. So each time we're gonna be playing around with the curve a little more, then we'll copy and paste that on top again. And I'm basically just holding Alt again, adjusting, and we're gonna do that a couple more times until I have a few more pages. Also, once we get up to having a few more pages, I like to bring in this adjuster a little bit, just because whenever you open the book, the pages are going to be kind of like not all at the same length, you know what I mean? And then to make them look more page-like, I'm going to take this base game roof paint. We're going to apply that on every single one except for the bottom one, because for the bottom one, I'm going to use the same thing in black. We're going to use a white roof trim for the pages, and then for the bottom one, where the book actually is, I'm going to be using a thicker base game roof trim like that. And then once we're happy with how the pages look, we're going to copy again and just rotate it. And then we have to line it up so it's going to match up on the other side. So now that I'm happy with the shape of the book, I'm gonna go in and start adding some debug rocks as my landscaping. These ones I'm using here are from Snowy Escape, and we're just gonna place these around in a way that's gonna like make the book look like it's just nestled in there. So I've got all my rocks placed around, and for the landscaping today, when I'm filming this, I think there's literally like a week until Christmas, and I haven't put out a festive build yet. It's so funny because like around Halloween on this channel, I will start posting festive builds in like August. When the Halloween season comes, I am living. I am in my element 4 months before and months after. I love spooky stuff. I love fantasy stuff, obviously. But when it comes to Christmas, even though I love Christmas, don't get me wrong, I'm always so behind to get started on it. I don't know why. So our build today is going to be a very cozy, almost like cottage-like Christmassy theme. I'm building these pools at the front. These are gonna act as fountains. We can even add some water emitters in there, so in live mode the water is gonna be jumping up. And we're gonna add a little more landscaping in a minute, but let's start to do the actual build. So to actually get to the houses, we're going to be using platforms. I'm starting off with one there at the front, and then I'm going to just keep building them in a stair-like fashion. So literally just like one tile in width apart. And maybe I'll bring this front part out a little bit just to make sure that that one platform like right there is going to be accessible. And this is also where I'm going to get a sim to come and test this out for us. But as long as the platforms are straight through like that, I think we should be okay. And since I'm still on my townhouse kick here, we're going to be building two. So I'm gonna have the platforms split off. So they're gonna lead to each entrance of the house. So we'll start to bring some of the platforms this way, again, doing the same thing, one tile apart, and then we'll have some going this way. And then for the actual house, we're going to make sure that the foundation will be above the roof pieces because we don't want to have any of those pages actually coming into the house. So we'll have two houses built on each of these platforms, and then I might just build a little bridge in between. That can maybe be a shared space. It could be like a little yard area since they're not really gonna have that. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure my sim can actually make it up these platforms I've made. So we're getting my sim here to come over. She's walking up the stairs. We're going up the platforms. So far, so good. She's feeling a little bit uncomfortable about the decor, but that's okay. All right, she's made it up. I know she'll be able to get up there. Now we can build our shell. Thank you so much. You can get down now. So for the shell, we're gonna take my room tool and I'm gonna build it all the way out to about here. Everything I do, I'm gonna be doing to the other side as well. And I think I also want to take this out a little bit in the front. I'm picturing like, you know, those super cute cottages that have a chimney right at the front, and that's like the main feature of the house. I want to do that. So I'm building out this tiny little room. This is going to be where we put our chimney, and then on top of that, we're going to add these half walls. We're going to stick a chimney inside of that half wall and just kind of raise it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take a half gabled roof piece, which is literally the star of the show today. This time we're going to bring in all the adjusters, bring it in so it's only a one tile roof piece, and then I'm going to raise that up as far as it'll go. I'm matching the wallpaper to the chimney, so I'm using cottage living for that. And we're going to try and match our chimney as much as possible. So I'm going to use a gray stone like that. Next, we're going to bring up a second floor, and I kind of want to match the roofing height to that slanted chimney piece, which is going to be really steep, like really steep. We are going for kind of fairy tale here, so I don't mind if it's over exaggerated a little bit. Even this for rent roof trim is out. Like, it totally looks like if you stretch something way too thin. But like, hold on, let me see if I try and actually make this work here. We are not making the roofing that steep. Like, we can have it come in there like that, and then I'll do another one, but this is gonna be a lot smaller. Like, I'll shrink this down, maybe pull it in so it's hiding a little bit, and then at the front, we'll just have like another little roof piece right here. I connected the two in the middle there, and you know what? I don't hate this. Yes, it is very steep, but with everything pulled together and the height of the trees in the background, I feel like we can get away with it. I moved this over to Windenburg because I was building in Granite Falls, which is a vacation world, and I know I'm not going to be able to change the lot type there. So I've added my doors, and we have to remember that since this is so high up on platforms, I have to raise the interior up to meet the door because we don't want your Sims to just open that door and fall off a cliff. All right, so let's just make sure our Sims can get up there. She's walking up the stairs. So far, so good. And she's made it. So these are going to be 100% functional. So now that we know that, we can add things here like wallpaper. And I think it looks really good with this trim here from Discover University. I think I'll probably use horse ranch windows throughout the entire thing. Ooh, the open shutters could be cute. And on the interiors, these are obviously gonna look different. And I was thinking about decorating them in like different Christmas aesthetics. In one of my recent videos, I asked you guys like how you like to decorate your Christmas if you celebrate. So maybe it would be cute if we did a couple different themes here. Up top here, I'm trying something different with this base game shelf. I'm actually gonna use it as trim because when you zoom out, it has that really pretty look to it. I'm hoping Sims don't just start like tossing their pasta up there. I don't think they'll be able to get over there, but you know Sims, if there's a way to be annoying, they're gonna find it. For more added detail, I'm going in with these columns again from Horse Ranch. And now that we've got our windows and everything out of the way, we can start to add our details. And one thing I know I want to include here is a massive Christmas tree right here in the middle. I think it's going to be the traditional like red and green. And then so it doesn't look so weird, I'm raising up some plants to kind of cover the pages in there. I know it's so cliche to say, but I really feel like Christmas snuck up on me this year. This has probably been one of the busiest years of my entire life with like moving. We've had a lot of renos we've had to do to the house, so we've been doing that like at the same time, and the new pack coming out. It's literally right around the corner and I do not feel prepared. So hopefully this is gonna help put me and you in the mood a little more. On our deck, we're gonna use some seasons decor, like we can add these little reindeers. I can't really get a tree over here, so I'm gonna add this one from Get Together. I set my game to winter so we would have a little bit of snow, and look how cute it looks. I have one final thing that I want to do, so I actually added this little decor box. This is from Seasons, and this way we can actually add Christmas lights onto our house. And this way you have the option to do whatever you want. So I definitely want to do everyday Eve decorations. I think we're gonna go classic, like large white lights. I also like the icicle ones though, so let's just see how this looks. And then our sim is gonna go in there and set the decorations herself. Oh my gosh, it goes all over the pages. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but I think it's so cute that the pages got decorated, even though it does take away from it a little bit. Now that we've done the outside here, we have to go inside. So here's how we're gonna do the layouts for both. We're gonna do kitchen and dining back here. Living rooms will be at the front, and then going upstairs to the left, we're gonna have a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. And then for the right one, we're gonna have a bathroom here and 2 bedrooms here as well. So the one on the right will be slightly bigger. So let's start off over here with the one on the right. This is going to be a traditional red and green Christmas. So I'm using horse ranch flooring, and I think I might go dark brown for the wallpaper. But then we could do like a wooden wall right in the middle here. This is gonna be like a divider between the living room and the kitchen. So first of all, of course, we need to get our tree, and I'm gonna put that right here. I've already got my cozy fireplace, and this whole thing is going to feel very much like you could come in here, get warm by the fire, and I am going to be going overboard with the seasons decor. It is going to be everywhere. We're doing the wreaths on the door. Something about this item specifically I find so pretty. I'm gonna decorate with some of these candle log things from the holiday pack. Oh, we also have some of these candles we could use, and I also want to bring in a bunch of gold. At my house, we do like a green, gold, and silver kind of Christmas with a pretty big emphasis on the gold. I have this can of gold spray paint that I use, and sometimes it gets out of hand. Like if I have a piece of decor that doesn't quite match, it just gets spray painted gold. I am downplaying this here like a lot. I've gone through at least like 7 gold spray paint cans. It's actually a problem. I spray paint everything. I used to be a silver girly, and now I'm a gold girly. And am I about to buy all new decor every time my style changes? No, spray paint. I definitely want kids to be at one of these houses, so I think it might be this one. I'm gonna add a couple of like backpacks around. I definitely want a toy trunk here with like the green and red. That might actually go back here under the stairs. I want the lighting to be a little warmer in here, so I'm replacing the lighting I do have with these ones from Growing Together. And I think I'm gonna add more of these candles. Oh my gosh, I should have added the fireplace that comes with the holiday pack. It is so extra, but like when else am I gonna use it, I guess? Okay, there's a green swatch that isn't so bad, and then they can actually have a TV. And then for mounted lighting, my favorite this year has been these ones from Growing Together, so I'm gonna add those around anywhere that I think that we need it. And then obviously we need to add a bunch of presents, so I'm gonna add a mixture of like the green and red with like these basic red ones. So here's our super cozy traditional Christmas living room. This kind of Christmas reminds me of like my childhood. I feel like my grandparents had this style. It does kind of have like a vintagey feel in a way. Over to this side, we have some of the kid toys. They've got the toy box there. I also added some pillows back there, which I thought kind of fit the vibe. And now we can turn from there over to the dining area. I wish I had a little more room to use this big one. The only way I could see that working is if we made like a very small kitchen right here. Like then we could match it with the rest of the house with that like green pattern there. But I also don't want it to be too squishy. So I think I'll just keep with my original plan of like dining table here. And I've also been using these really pretty candles here from the holiday pack. We can add some more wreath decor. And then over here is where I'm gonna put my counters in my kitchen. We could lean fully into it and do like a red fridge. We've got this one here from Cottage Living. I don't think I should do green counters. I think it might look a little weird. So these are just gonna wrap around the corner like that. And then I think over here, this is where we're going to add an oven. Instead of putting cabinets, I think I'm just going to use a shelf. So I'm gonna use this one here from For Rent. It feels so weird saying that expansion pack name like in a sentence, you know what I mean? It was a weird choice for sure. We'll add a smoke detector. We don't want any tragedies here on Christmas. And Snowy Escape even has like a nice green for my trash can. We have room for prep over here, so I'm gonna use this corner to add like appliances appliances. We've got a kettle here, which actually does come in green. And I think I might add this item over here from Get Together with like the tea clutter. Oh, we also have this rug here from Seasons with the presents on it. It has the red and green. We've got all the lights and stuff in here. This is looking so festive. I think with that, we're ready to go upstairs. For the bedroom upstairs, the festive bed that I always think of for this is from Outdoor Retreat. And this family is going to be committed. It is Christmas for them all year round. I actually think it's so cute when people go all out and like change their bedding and stuff for Christmas. I've never done that, but I feel like that would be so much fun. We're gonna add garland going up top along the wall. I feel like these Sims would be very family oriented, so I'm adding some like family photos in here. We could also do the red high school years rug. Actually, this rug in white would look nice. We could also add one of the Outdoor Retreat mirrors. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to have a fireplace like this in your bedroom, but it would also be the coziest thing ever at the same time. Can I put some of this holly on there? Perfect. I'm loving how this wood matches the Outdoor Retreat wood, so I'm adding the horse ranch dresser over here, maybe with a lamp in that corner. We can do some more family pictures. I added a bookshelf over there, and this is what our first bedroom is looking like. They are for sure like Christmas maximalism over here. I added some more presents hiding upstairs. Maybe they got a couple extra they're gonna put out. And next we're gonna move on to the kid bedroom, and this is gonna run in the family. I want to do a red wallpaper this time, but we're gonna run into a bit of a problem. This chimney part is going to have to be something else. I can't change the wallpaper in this little area because if I do, we're gonna change the color on the outside too. So I'm just gonna add a small archway there, and we can make that into a closet. We could use this high school years shelf, and then on there we can hang some clothes, or we could actually even use this shelf here from high school years. It comes in green, and then we could add clutter on that. I could add a nutcracker in there. I feel like sometimes they look a little scary. Oh, and we also have some of these festive things. I can just add a couple of those on the shelf, get some other little toys in there, and there we go. I did not know that this little camper's like wagon was actually a shelf. I should have known because it's literally called makeshift shelf. I honestly thought it was maybe like a cooler, like you know how we have those other ones in the game, but no, you can actually put stuff on here. Okay, I'm gonna add these crafting things along with some bows to make it look like this is a wrapping station. Maybe this is a box of things that need to be wrapped, and I'll add like a couple other presents on here too. And Nifty Knitting has this board here, which I'm gonna put right above, kind of like a Santa's like helper kind of thing. And we can even put one of the bigger ones over here. I definitely need more green in here, so I'm using this high school years rug, and I think I want the bed to be green as well. We could go with that one there from Discovery University. No, we're going with this one, cats and dogs, this like quilted one. There's actually a few in here that could work. Let's actually do that one. This one has some like cats and dogs on it. For some reason, a quilt just feels super festive to me. I'm gonna add a bear chair in the corner, and we're gonna add more crafty items for this sim, like the cross-stitch thing from Cottage Living, the actual knitting basket. I'm adding a lamp pack here, and for the final things, we need to add more toys. So I'm thinking here on this shelf, I'll just add a whole bunch of them. And there we have our super festive kids room. This one might be my favorite. I love this area over here and how we tied it together with the crafty sim, wrapping all the presents. Who cares if they do a terrible job? It's gonna be so cute under the tree. And for the final room in here, we do still have a bathroom to do. So that's gonna be over here across the hall, and this is actually a pretty big bathroom. I'm gonna put the bathtub right under that open window, which might seem weird, especially if this is like a winter build. It's gonna be cold out there, but I actually have a window like in my shower, and it is the best thing ever, especially when it's super cold, but in the shower is obviously super warm. So toilet's gonna be over there, and then for my sink, I'm putting that right over here beside my shelf from Horse Ranch. We definitely need like a plant over in this corner, and obviously we have to bring the Christmas in here too. So I'm just gonna use this green rug here from high school years. What if we put some of the holly along the bathtub? I'm just gonna add like a couple going along like this. Cute. Okay, this is going to be our traditional Christmas, super Christmas side of the townhouse. I think because this one is so colorful, we should go over to the other side and do like a very controversial beige Christmas. This is that like modern, minimalistic kind of Christmas, and I only say controversial because like people love to hate on this aesthetic, which I mean, okay, if you don't like it, I get it. It's not my style either. But at the same time, if someone wants to decorate their Christmas like that, then so be it. So, okay, our tree for this one is going to be like this white one with just some beige, maybe a little bit of gold bulbs. I feel like we're going even too warm still. Maybe we try this. I still want it to be cozy in here though. I'm gonna be using the Book Nook Kit couch with the matching chair. Fireplace, I think I want to use this one here from Parenthood, but I still want to use some holiday decor. Like they're going to have these here in like the white and gold. Oh, there's also the plain white candles. And I was thinking about also using these here to decorate. Oh, and they have the icicle tree. I could also add a bookshelf maybe over here. I'm gonna add this lamp here from Growing Together. This time I'm gonna decorate with these, which these are actually super adorable. I don't think I use these at all in the other one, so we're gonna add these along my windows. I'm also gonna add some streamers, and actually these presents are a little more pinky than beige, and I actually really like that swatch. Instead of adding kids in this one, I want to add suitcases like they're having guests over for Christmas, so we'll add a couple of those by the door. And you know what? I am not hating beige Christmas. It is definitely a lot less colorful than the other one, but it does still look so cozy, especially with those little presents there. I didn't know that was the color that they came in, and I think they look good. We're gonna keep the same vibe going back here to the kitchen. This time I'm gonna use a dining table from Parenthood, maybe with some of these Dream Home Decorator chairs. I definitely don't have as much beige decor. Oh, I have these. I'm gonna add a mirror from Seasons Above. Like that over there is adorable. And then kitchen, again, we're just going beige. So we're gonna use this one here from the Country Kitchen Kit. We're gonna do cottage living counters again. And this time I think instead of my cabinets, I'm gonna use shelves from Jungle Adventure. We're gonna clutter using this stuff here from Horse Ranch. So we have our beige Christmas kitchen. I also added the kettle over there from For Rent, some cutting boards and some more plate clutter around. I can not even hate here. This looks just as cozy as the other one, I think, especially with all those little lights in the curtains that we used. And under my stairs, I had a little bit of room here, so I added this chess table from high school years. And now we're ready to go upstairs. For the upstairs, I wanted to keep with a similar beige theme, and I wanted to keep bringing the what the heck? Garland upstairs. I thought it would look so cute hanging above the bed, and I wanted to add some snowflakes underneath. I used some of the candles from the holiday pack, a dresser from For Rent, and I wanted to match the bed, so I used these Modern Luxe chairs, a Jungle Adventure mirror, and I downloaded some custom art off the gallery from Banshee HVO. I added some more of the paper garland going along the top of the room, and this is what our beige Christmas bedroom ended up looking like. I'm loving all of the lights in this build. It's like having fairy lights, but the Christmas version. And we've got some super cute hidden gifts over here as well. For the guest bedroom, I wanted to keep it pretty simple and not too personalized since it is a guest bedroom, but I wanted to bring the Christmas spirit in here as well, so I sized up the icicle tree, added a fluffy snow-like rug from City Living, brought in the garland, I used a Growing Together dresser, and I made sure to include more suitcases for our guests. This bedroom also got a closet like the other one, and I'm adding this basket of pillows and blankets just to make sure our guests are super comfy while they're here. I also added this wall decor from Seasons, which I feel like is definitely too much, but this entire build is overly festive, and here is our beige Christmas guest room. For the bathroom, I just used plumbing here from Growing Together. We've got the shower and bathtub. I used the Growing Together sink and mirror. I brought in some of the garland, and we have our toilet over to this side. And then in the middle, I added this fire pit from the Little Campers kit, along with some chairs from Outdoor Retreat. Here's what our house looks like all lit up at nighttime, and here it is with the fountains going in live mode. So this has been us building a festive storybook Christmas home in The Sims 4. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.